Wow, I'm struggling with this lighting. I guess bright as heck it is. I'm back. Hi everyone, Jorgelina here. Thank you so much for being here. I am back. I'm super excited to be doing a collaboration with Dawn on my little bit of a comeback video. I don't have a ton of followers or anything like that, so it feels super weird to say that. Not like everybody's like anticipating me to come back or anything like that, but I figured for those of you that were watching me often, I thought I'd give you a little bit of an explanation. So in this video, I am going to talk about some of my YouTube friendships and how they're pulling me back to come back to YouTube, and some of the stories behind why I stopped for a little while, for kind of a long time. I tried to come back a couple of times. If you go through my last few videos, they were really spread out. But I mean, I'm still very much part of the community. I still watch everyone's videos. I comment. I like every single one of them when I don't comment. But I'm very much still there. And Dawn from Dawn Loves Couture is one of those people that I keep in touch with all the time. Two others of those are Dee Dee, who has been so gracious to check up on me to see how I'm doing. And then obviously Kim from La Vida with Kim, who we've kept in contact as well. But I mean, everybody in here is, I consider my friend. I feel like Dawn is one of those friendships that came out of nowhere and is really, truly a true friendship. She doesn't expect anything from me. She just wants to chat, and she is just the sweetest when it comes to just checking in on me to see how I'm doing. She knew the reasons why I left YouTube for a little bit, and she kept up with me while I was in Argentina. So that's the other part of this video. While I was in Argentina, I was there for a whole month over the summer with my daughter, and I was shopping, but I'll get into that story in just a little bit. But let's go back in time and kind of talk a little bit about why I left. So I am a teacher. I feel like everybody knows that. Very passionate teacher. And YouTube was just supposed to be a hobby. I struggle pretty hard with self-esteem issues. I have been open about battling depression on my channel. I do medicate, if that's how you want to call it, but I have that under control. But sometimes there are things that trigger it and make it a little worse, and I definitely don't want to fall into those. I have learned how to know myself. And one of the things that I believe I've talked about in the past, because I struggle with self-esteem, YouTube started off as sort of like a healing process. I am a person that doesn't like taking pictures, doesn't like being on video, because I am my absolute worst critic. I will sit there and criticize every little thing about me. As I'm recording this, I keep looking back into my picture and I'm already criticizing what I see. And that really hurts my progress and just loving who I am. So because of that, I stepped away for a little bit. But again, leaning towards that, I started it because I started figuring out that as I was recording for YouTube, I found myself really happy in that space. Talking to you guys, building friendships, and posting those videos was a little bit healing because I wasn't being so critical of myself. I was getting tons of compliments, which are nice, definitely not something that I expect, but I was getting a lot of people telling me, keep doing what you're doing, you look great today, did you change your hair? So things like that, people noticing, that are just kind of like little bursts of love into what we're doing and to myself. So I really appreciated that. Fast forward to a couple of videos ago where I started getting comments about my appearance, and I didn't really they weren't necessarily bad, but it's like picking at the things that I pick on myself. And then I started getting emails from an unknown person, and I didn't like that at all. So I just kind of felt like it was bringing me and putting myself out there for people to make comments. I do fully agree with that. If you're going to put yourself out on the internet, you have to expect other people to have an opinion. I am of the opinion if you don't have anything nice to say, maybe just scroll on by. But there are people that feel compelled to say everything absolutely that's on their mind. And I wear my heart completely on my sleeve, and I just didn't want to do it anymore. I would talk to my husband about, just it kept bringing me down. I got to the point, I went through the motion of really loving myself and enjoying being on camera to I can't do this anymore. I hate it. I'm on camera. I pick up myself and all of that. But it was really nice to have Dawn and Dee Dee and Kim to talk to me through those things. Like I don't know how to explain it, but to check in on me like a true friend would. And obviously I have my own true friends who also talk to me about that and that I confide in all the time, but because they're not on YouTube, they don't really understand those feelings, I guess. But yeah, it's honestly, they make a huge difference. I have made some crazy friends, and I'm not new to online friends. One of my best friends in the world, that I met her through a pregnancy chat when I was pregnant with my daughter, and she's 9. So we've had a 10-year friendship. We've never met in person. I still talk to her every day. She just, well, not every day. She just had a baby, and but I talk to her a lot. She keeps up with my life. I keep up with hers. I know what's going on in her life, and I love her for it. And it's been 10 years, and I know that someday we'll meet in person and it'll be the absolute greatest thing in the world. So again, I'm not new to these long distance friendships. I feel like I am emotionally available to build those kinds of relationships and show that I care through the internet. I teach online, right? So I feel like I've become really good at building those really meaningful relationships, even if they're online. So they help. And that's why I'm back. So that's why I came back. It's been 7 minutes of me rambling about this, but I hope you understand. I'm also going through my master's program. It's a ton of work. My son graduated high school last year. That was a lot of emotions as I was navigating through that. My firstborn going off into college and starting his adult life. He's now in college, going through those motions. But yeah, so it's been a crazy few months, and staying away was really nice, but also at the same time I always knew I kind of wanted to come back because I like this platform. I like those of you that listen and comment nice things, and I have to get better at not worrying about when somebody has something mean to say. So yeah, that's why I'm here. So now I want to talk about Argentina and my trip. I was there for a whole month. I think this is the longest I've ever been there in a row. It was winter down there because it's summer here, right? Different pieces of the earth. So yeah, it was winter, kind of a bitter winter. The first few weeks we didn't even go outside because it was so cold. But then after that, it got a lot nicer. Argentina in Rosario, it's super nice. That's why I'm wearing my jersey, just to kind of highlight that. But while I was there, I really wanted a piece of leather from there. So I'm no stranger to being in leather shops there and shopping for things to bring back home. But usually that meant like something to hang on your wall or something to give someone, a little carrier for your wine or things like that, right? So things for the home. It never really meant handbags to me for some reason. Maybe because I wasn't as into them in my previous trips, or because I never had the opportunity really to go and look at handbags in particular. But Argentina is known for some of the best leather in the world. If you don't believe me, look it up. But it definitely is known for their leather craft and the leather that they provide to the rest of the world. So for example, Portland Leather Goods, who has amazing leather quality, they're known for pushing out those great leather bags. Uses some for some of their bags. Some of the places where they source leather from is from Argentina, from that market. So I really knew that I wanted to bring a piece back home with me, and I went to Lázaro Leather, which let me grab it. Lázaro Leather, and they do have an online platform here where you can purchase, but obviously it's pricey because it's coming from Argentina. It's an import, and yeah, so they don't have, as far as I know, I don't think they have like a presence in the US, but they do have like a way for you to buy it and they'll ship it to you. But in Argentina, they have standing stores. So I really wanted to go to one of them. They have full leather stuff, but they also have their like vegan leather type of options and canvas options. And I really wanted a piece of leather, right? I keep saying leather. Like I wanted something that was made out of leather, but the bags that they had that I liked, the style, were in canvas or their vegetable leather or whatever you call it. That's not real leather. And I didn't want that. So I love the style and I love a great canvas bag. I mean, obviously you look behind me and I have a ton of canvas bags, but that's not what I wanted. So I ended up going with a small leather good and I sent a matching one to Dawn. So hopefully she is opening hers up and sharing that with you. But we have matching wallets in different colors. And that's what I want to show you. When I go back to Argentina, I plan to go back in January. I am hoping to grab myself a bag there. If they have something in leather, because again, I'm still stuck on that. I want something in leather. So this is the wallet that I picked up and I haven't used it because I knew at some point I would be coming back, but it's very reminiscent of my favorite Louis Vuitton wallet, which is the, what's it called? The coin purse, I think it's called, like the sippy coin. Yeah, sippy coin pouch. And so it's that same size. And then on the inside, it's like my favorite Coach wallet that's just like an accordion. So it fits a ton. Like look at all those spaces that it has. It opens really widely and the leather is just amazing. You can see the grain in there. It's so nice. And I don't have anything in red, but I do have a lot of bags with red interior. Louis Vuitton is really known for that as well. So I feel like it's gonna match all of that. So that's what I picked up. I know it's something small. And then while I was there, I also shopped for a ton of like snacks. But I've since ate all of mine. And I sent some to Dawn. So she'll be showing some of them. I had all those snacks. I bought giant bags and I sent them to I gave them to my friends at school, my coworkers, when we met in person for back to school. But I'm a snacker and it was great. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share. Oh, I have one more thing. 1 second. All right. If you've made it this far, I also sent, this has nothing to do with Argentina, but I'm so excited about it. And I want to share this creator from Instagram with you all, because if you're into charms as much as I am and you want an affordable charm that's handmade, this is where to go. She does not have a big following right now. This isn't sponsored or anything like that. I paid for these myself. I sent one to Dawn and I have 4 more on the way. So let me show you and then talk a little bit more about it. So again, I just randomly found her online because one of the people that I follow follows them and they commented and it showed up or something like that. And she is based in China and she makes these. Look at how cute that is. She makes these off of real canvas. Ooh, so the little canvas pieces are real Louis Vuitton canvas. I know that these are likely not. They do say Louis Vuitton, and that's probably not she's buying them somewhere, right? So that they look like that. But I'm okay with that because this isn't something Louis Vuitton sells. And she does post her whole like process there. She shows the process of buying the pieces, like the bags, the legitimate bags. She shows you where she purchases them from on her stories and like when they come in, how she cleans them, how she takes them apart. And then she shows all the pieces that like she's cutting. So she makes these adorable charms. This is one of them. It's a little Vivi head. And then she's using obviously other pieces of leather to match. So this is one of them. Dawn will be showing, I think, the one that I sent to her. This was, I want to say $30. So they are not as expensive as obviously a Louis Vuitton charm would be, but it's still so adorable and it's such great quality. She does just an amazing job. I want to show the other one. Let me put this one down real quick. This is the other one that I have in hand right now. This little Vivi, how cute is she? She was a little bit more expensive. because it's the denim. And then the rest, it's just regular leather. But like, how cute is she? She's not focusing. But she's super cute. She is, the size of the head is the same. She just has a little body. And yeah, so she was a little bit more expensive because there is more work. She's full body and because of the type of material as well. But again, nothing was over $100. I don't even think close to $100. She does charge you, I feel like it's like a flat $30 fee for shipping, but you can put in as many things as you want. Again, it is coming from China, so it's expensive to ship here. But I didn't have to pay for customs or anything like that. It arrived in about 2 weeks. And she gives you, when you message her, she tells you like how long it's going to take. So for example, the first order that I placed, this one, she said in 3 days, I will have it ready for you. I'll send you a picture. So 3 days exactly, she sent me a picture of the ones she made for me, exactly what I had ordered. And then she sent me the tracking number. She sends you her phone number in case like her account gets taken down or anything like that, so you can contact her. So she's super transparent, and I really, really appreciated that about her. And then now the second time that I purchased, that I made another order, I ordered a few more. She made some custom ones for me. I can't wait to share those to you. Like I always get these crazy ideas, and she was all up for making that for me. And then she said, I need 5 days for these. And yeah, 5 days passed. I just got those pictures today, and she'll be shipping them out, and I'm hoping they'll be here in about a week. And then I will share those with you in one of my future videos. But I'll tag her Instagram below. You should definitely go and check her out. I'll also put her Instagram handle here. She has 2 Instagrams. One of them, I think it must be her personal one. And the other one is where she has like the pictures of her work and stuff. I follow her on both. And yeah, so the communication is great. She gets back to you right away. Obviously, keep in mind that they are way ahead of us in time because of time zone. But she's great. I have nothing bad to say about her. I definitely recommend her work. And if you're looking for adorable charms at a great price from a person that's making them by hand, check her out. But yeah, again, not sponsored or anything. I did ask her for permission to share her information. She does not have a ton of followers or anything like that, but she said she would love it if I shared. So that's it from me. I hope that this was a little bit eye-opening, that you know I am here. Thank you, Dawn. Thank you, Dee Dee. Thank you, Kim, for keeping up with me. It's been amazing to have you guys as friends. And if you stuck it out this long, don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave me a comment to keep the conversation going. And I can't wait to see you on the next one. Bye. My tongue is like blah, 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 blah.